Hi everyone and welcome, I'm Snokus. Today we're gonna start a new campaign here in Europa Universalis 4. And this is due to the newly released expansion, the Rights of Man. And I'm interested to check out some of the new mechanics, mainly the technology work over, which is gonna be exciting to get into the nitty-gritty of. So I'm gonna play Sweden, and I'm gonna name this campaign the Independence of Sweden Mk2 or something. I haven't decided yet, but something like that. And yeah, as you can see, I've got all the expansions. These are the settings if you want to watch, check them out. And yeah, that's about it. We're not gonna play Iron Man due to, well, safety reasons mainly, if I have to reload due to recording problems or something. But let's get into it. And as I'm sure most of you are aware, when you play Sweden, you start under the rule of Denmark in a personal union together with Norway. So the first thing we're gonna do, I'm going to take some time and look over all the tabs and stuff. Just want to get you into the situation first. And the thing we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get some support for our independence war. We're gonna have to launch in, well, as soon as possible. And England, the Poland, Lithuanian, Teutonic Order, those are the main players for an eventual support, and possibly even Novgorod. Anyway, let's take a look at some of the new features. One of them are the Great Powers, and how the Great Powers are 8 nations which get some special powers and abilities and stuff like that. And hopefully we will become one in the future, and then we can take a deeper look at that then. But anyway, how they work out which nations are get to be the 8 powers. They basically take the development and then they divide it or multiply it by the technology cost. So the more expensive your technology is, the more points you need to be one of the great powers. So yeah, we currently have 111 development. Hopefully we'll get some more in this independence war, and at the moment we need 250 about to fight our way into this. We have to double our development, which probably isn't gonna happen in a while. Anything more new? We've got the technology institutions. As you can see, most of Europe and Northern Africa, Mesopotamia, a bit over there, and I think as well mainland Asia, sorry about that, starts off in the feudal age. And then sometime in the future, let's take a look over here in Italy, the Renaissance is gonna fire, and it's gonna fire, I think it's heavily weighted to fire somewhere in Italy, and then it's gonna spread from there and onwards. So we're gonna have to wait a good while before we up here in Sweden get an option to embrace the technology. And you can also watch the institutions here, and feudalism gives us leaders without upkeep +1. So right now we have 2 then, because we start with 1 as a default. Then Renaissance gives us build cost and development cost reduced. And it also makes sure that our technology costs stays at 100% and isn't increased. So yeah, as you can see, in 6 years time, it's going to fire somewhere in Italy, and we're gonna have to do our best to get it up to the Nordics. So our mission we can choose from is papal relations or prestige. We're gonna go with papal relations because it's the easiest to get from the start, and you never know when you can use some papacy powers. And we're not gonna get any advisors well, we might get some in relation to the war, probably discipline if we can afford it by then. We're gonna expand our army some, both for the upcoming war and to convince some nations to become our supporters in the future war. Let's see here. Sweden, we get some basic ideas. We get mercenary maintenance for cheaper, which we aren't going to use as of right now. Our economy isn't robust enough to support many mercenaries. Infantry combat ability is great, especially right now when the cavalry isn't that hot. We got 2 cavalry, and I guess we're gonna keep them. We might exchange them for infantry, but most likely not. And then when we gained all the ideas, we also get land leader shock. Then we have the Kungariksdag, which gives us legitimacy, Swedish steel, which gives us discipline. This is a big one. The Hakkapeliitta, related to Finland, for all you history buffs out there, and gives us reduced cavalry cost. Indelningsverket gives us manpower recovery speed plus 20%. Swedish absolutism gives us cheaper stability cost modifier. Produktplakatet gives us goods produced modifier 10%, and Union and Security Act gives us national manpower. So yeah, that's pretty much the overview for Sweden. We have King Christopher III von Wittelbach, which of course is the Danish monarch, which also rules over Sweden right now. He has the righteous trait, which means he gets legitimacy, which doesn't really affect us. And well, we'll see who our monarch will be when we become our own nation. Alright, we got the claim on Neva. That's incredibly generous for Denmark. Not really something I would have expected, but I'm actually expecting lots of things to be different to this patch. So since they've overhauled the whole subject thing a bit. Anyway, let's see if we can get... Okay, Poland isn't going to support us. Lithuania might, but they're neutral to Denmark. Livonian won't support us, nor will the Teutons. They're even friendly with the Danes. Okay. Alright, so first course of action is improve relations with England, so we might get their support. We might also get Scottish support. I'm just gonna look who the Danish enemies are. Hungary, for some reason, I don't think they can help us out, and Novgorod, so we're gonna have to... What? What? That's fine. Why friendly attitude towards Denmark? That's weird. But all right. We'll have to maybe that'll shift in a month or so. Anyway, yeah, we actually might get Hungary to support our independence. So let's improve relations with them as well. Since we're a kingdom, we have 3 diplomats, which is a bit of an advancement to other nations which are smaller in the Ducal level, which only have 2. Anyway, I'm gonna start off here. I'm gonna go fairly quickly. They just lowered our liberty desire, which doesn't really mean much now, but it's gonna be a problem in the future. I'm going to lower our army maintenance to about like that, which means on this level we can still move around our troops, but they barely cost anything. And I also think we're gonna lower all of our forts except Viborg. Yeah, let's go again. So yeah, well, we can't really take a look at the technology right now since Renaissance hasn't been activated yet, but when it has, we're gonna have a bit of a peek at it. They just under the loyalist support, which should increase our liberty desire in a little while. I would like to ally Norway and get them out of the present unit at the same time, but I doubt that will be possible. I will go over the force limit a bit, since when we go independent we will stop transferring some of our force limit to Denmark, and we will have a higher force limit than we have as of this moment. 15,000 compared to Denmark's, let's see here, 16, plus 3 plus 6. So we're gonna need, the thing is, we're gonna need at least one naval power, hopefully England, or England and Scotland in tandem, and we're gonna need a land-based ally. So I would prefer Livonia Order, Teutonic Order, or Novgorod, but Hungary might have to do. See, now we got Hungary to support us, and we will also gain England here in a few seconds. Might we also get Scotland? Yes, we will, I believe. Yep, we did. Cool. So now we have Scotland, Hungary, and England supporting our cause. And I'm not gonna buy a general on the off chance that our new regent will be will have some kind of military trait and we want to call him in. We could do something like this, but I'm actually gonna hold off on that on the off chance that we'll need it. I will call a diet and demand military support so we can rush the military technology, which will give us an edge in the war. Yeah, naval, from a naval perspective, we ourselves won't be able to outmatch Denmark in any capacity, really. And we are at war with Poland, and we have a liberty desire of 100%. Alright. Poland, Moldavia, almost over Lithuania. Could we maybe... What's this? Ah, right. It's one of the smaller nations around here. Okay, Pomerania maybe could get us some support. No. Brandenburg is at war. I can see that. You are too far away, I believe. Yep. And yep. Okay, so England will hesitate to provide us with foot troops or land forces. Same with Scotland. And Hungary, well, they might be able to get up here, but it's gonna take a while. I suppose they will have a hard time getting military access for Poland, and same for Bohemia. So they would either have to march around through here if they can get through Moldavia and Lithuania, or through Europe, or by boats. And of course they will provide a token military force weight bonus in which goes into the calculations in the war. So in that respect they are appreciated either way. So right now I think I'm gonna wait for Denmark to get their troops crushed a little bit. I'm gonna watch out for my own troops so they don't get squished. I'm also going to do this, which I forgot when we started. Let's see here. What's the war? Polish conquest of Neumark. And we're in this war because Denmark is allied with the Teutons. Okay, so this might be good. Even if we don't join or declare our own independence war while this war is going on, this will mean that Denmark will be weakened and the Teutons will definitely be, well, more than weakened. They might be more or less completely annihilated, and that's good for us. Okay, so Christopher III is fallen ill. They cannot handle all the aspects of ruling Sweden for the time being. How shall we handle this? More power to the nobles, or delegate more to the provinces, which gives us negative autonomy, but burghers loyalty, or this. I think we're gonna go with taxes, lessen taxes. Sorry about that. Yeah, our boats are in port right now. We're gonna transfer them to Stockholm, and when we have the chance, just to protect them from future conflicts. We don't want to lose them. They're gonna be quite important to kickstart our economy after our independence has been granted. Would be fun if you could like ask for independence and they could just like, yeah, sure. Anyway, England is fine with us, same with Scotland. Let's see here, it's been a while since I used these tabs. Yeah, doesn't seem like anyone else would be willing to support our independence, I think. No. Moscow maybe? Nope, okay. We'll most likely ally Moscow and when we go for Novgorod in the future, but that's a bit of a way forward, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. As soon as the Danish troops leave Sjælland, I might declare. We have two strong nations behind us and one, well, pretty weak nation. So we should at least have a shot at this. Now we're actually losing troops to attrition. Crying out loud. Okay, so Norway is coming down here. I don't know why Denmark isn't doing anything. And the leader is righteous, so he will start fair wars. This is a new thing. The traits actually have an effect on the rulers or the AI decision making, which is quite interesting, in my opinion. So yeah, we're pretty much just waiting out this war, saving up the money in our treasury. They won't come here. They might get over here. They have taken these, which I probably should take back, but I won't. Let's give me a second. Yeah, so let's keep going for a minute or so before we end. Norway has finally gotten his butt down here and is doing some fighting. Denmark is still sitting strong in Sjælland for some reason. Let's okay, I'm gonna be honest here. It's been a few months since I played if we're all, so on the off chance that I'm making a huge mistake here, I'm going to save. This is perfect time Love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, Gustav Adolf Horn, our new commander. Hopefully he'll get a good trait as well. We're gonna get our morale up here in our army, and then we're gonna declare. The Teutons won't respond. We will be at war with Norway and Holstein, but we will have England, Hungary and Scotland on our side. Hungary, as we said, probably won't be able to get any sizable troops up here. England will eventually, and Scotland as well. Hopefully they can help me stave off Norway. I'm considering we had siege free, so actually let's move up here and rush Åkershus before we attack, before we declare. And actually I'm gonna cut it here for the first episode, and hopefully I see you the next episode when we declare war on Denmark for our independence. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you next episode. Please leave a like, it helps a lot, and consider subscribing if you like my content. Yeah, see you later.